Some of you guys might know the game Shell Shockers as the game you goof around on the computers in class in. Others might think of it as this competitive thing to make little 12-year-olds want to kill themselves. I, for one, have a very loaded Shell Shockers account with some limited edition hats, like the Discord hat, the TikTok hat, and so on and so forth. Along with two more limited edition hats that will most likely never be available again until next year. So, yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I pronounce to you, not only is it the first video on my channel, but it is also the entire lore of Shell Shockers. Before we get any deeper into this video, I have just made a Discord server, and if you join using the link in the description, you will get a limited edition roll. And trust me, that limited edition roll is pretty sick. And come on, if I was watching this video and I saw that this guy's Discord server has a skibbity toilet roll, I would probably want to join it. Let's begin. Okay, so let's think of all of the Shell Shockers maps as realms. Well, let's not think of them as that because they are that. So basically, the Shell Shocker founding fathers, there's the hard-boiled, the whipped, and the premium. They are basically like gods, and they created all of the realms. And I mean all of them. Aqueduct, Backstage, Bastion, Bedrock, Biohazard, Blender, Blue, Bridge, Castle, Castle Arena, Catacombs, Cluck Grounds, Crow's Nest, Death Pit, Dirt, Dirt 2, Dirt Base, Downfall, Dual Pyramid, Egg Crates, Enchanted, Feedlot, Field, Fort Flip, Four Quarters, Growler, Haunted, Helix, Jailbreak, Jinx, Junction, King's Court, Mansion, Moonbase, Mudglutch, Outer Reach, Overcooked, Palace Siege, Ramirez, Rats, Rivals, Road, Ruins, Scales, Shellville, Shipyard, Sky Scratcher, Space Factory, Space Arena, Sparta, Spellbound, Stage, Stax Arena, Tegtris, Temple, Time Twist, Train Yard, Two Towers, Vert, Wimble, and Wreckage are all realms that the three have created. And, well, the strongest of them being Whipped because, obvious reasons if you happen to have played the game. And they all have godlike knights, which basically have the power of Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. And they had a wide selection of weapons from the AK, the classic high fire rate, medium range, never jams. This assault rifle. The Scrambler, 2 shots and shotgun blast do critical damage up close. The first sniper, Free Ranger, the semi-automatic sniper, destroys from a distance. Finally, the most popular choice for most knights, the RP Egg, small magazine, medium distance, and big damage. And then here's the comment I was making earlier, the Whipper. What is known to be the most annoying, most virgin, most fatherless gun in all of FPS game history, the Whipper. Large clip full of eggs cracking bullets close to medium range. We have my personal favorite out of this selection, the Crackshot, bolt action sniper, one-shot stopping power. And boy, let me tell you, this thing and I have had some extreme moments. And then one of my friends' favorite, absolute favorite, most nutting McNutty nut gun, I'm just gonna call him for you, bud. The Tryhard, 3-round burst accurate medium range specialist. So yeah, that is what the knights of these three gods had to choose from. Sadly, there is a rebellion led by this man known as Mr. Mystery Meat, and he is actually pretty powerful. He, for one, was very wealthy and not only were able to afford one of the knight's ancient relics, the Free Ranger, but he was also able to get a Supreme Gucci shell variant of it, which cost approximately $9.9999 trillion more. His insanely powerful army had a wide range of melee weapons to choose from, like the slightly gilded steampunk boom bum, the Sir Pink-a-Lot, the wooden thingy, the vegan, the 1980s thing, and this water pipe that looks like it's straight out of Dying Light 2, the makeup brush, the snake, the fork, the Ooga Chaka, the Gucci flip-flop, and the Stabberoonie Baboony, which in my opinion is the best looking one, and I'm currently saving up for it, but my broadcast only has 50 eggs, so I'm going to be grinding for a while because I'm actually pretty terrible at this game. But there is a god from a totally other dimension that coincidentally takes the form of an egg, and his name is the Splatter. The Splatter is an ancient merchant from a whole other dimension that sells really cool things. In fact, when he transferred from his dimension through the backrooms and to the realm or the world of shell shockers, he accidentally brought a whole crap ton of his currency from his dimension, eggs, which are in the equivalent to currency in the regular shell shocker world. One egg is approximately $2 billion in the old currency of the shell shockers world. He also brought some very ancient relics from his own realm. You think of like the premium subscription as like relics from his home world. Everything here came from his own world. Like I'm talking the milk. The milk came from his world. All of this came from his world, except for this, because this is just a clone from his world that got made. Because they heard from the other dimension that this dude in this dimension was so rich, so they just gotta kind of, do that. The first and most powerful god, Whipper, looks like this, and his clan markings were around every single realm that he had created, and other ones in his rebellion from his god worshippers. His religion, for one, is called all the Clippin' Virginity, which is I don't think it's a coincidence, because everyone who uses the Whipper in this game is a Now here's my personal favorite of the gods, Hard Boiled. His signature weapon is the crack shot, and that's why he's my favorite, because he has the simply superior weapon. Even though people say I am a scrambler kid, that's only when I'm playing on the mouse. And the room is loud as hell. And I have a sparkling ice beverage. And some Talkies. And an orange freezy. And I'm sitting in an uncomfortable ass chair. Why am I doing this again? Oh, right, because I have absolutely no life and it's almost summertime. Welp, Any hoodle toodles, this is Hard Boiled, the second strongest of the three gods, and my personal favorite because he uses the crack shot. His mark is the tiger roaring on his front, just like how with the other dude, it was the bottle with the skull on it. I forgot what god I was talking about. Oh yeah, it was whipped. Anyway, any hoodle patoodle. This guy owns he owns most of the realms, owning, well, most of them. There's so many of them, I honestly don't know. So this one basically controls most of the realms because, well, he owns most of them, obviously. Like, are you stupid or something? And there's one more we haven't talked about yet, and I'm just about to talk about that, man, because I have nothing better to do at 8:56 p.m. So, and this is Premium. Premium is the weakest out of the three, but it's still extremely powerful. If we were to put him up in a strength unit of Daishinken from Dragon Ball Super, which has the strength of, I don't remember, I think it's 292 trillion in humans. Yeah, this guy has the strength of approximately 370 Daishinkens. So yeah, good luck with that. Anyways, he is in charge of the economy of every single realm, which is not a very good idea for him because he only has an IQ of 32 and is not that good at math, meaning the economy is not really his strong suit. But I am considered to be just like Premium because, well, I'm good with the scrambler, even though I favor more personally to the crack shot because I have a more expensive sound gun and I'm better with it. Any hoodle patoodles, we are going to continue off with the lore instead of listing off gods. There was, however, demigods. All three of them had one son. This is the son of Whipped. His name is Jamal. I wonder how he got that name. Anyways, Jamal favors for the RP egg. He's the demigod, and basically just pearls the realms that his father Whipped owns. If he sees any punks or rebels, he is authorized to basically let it rip with that RP egg he has in his hands. So I wouldn't get too close. And let me just speed run the son of Hardboiled quickly. This is crap. Nope. This is the demigod son of the Almighty. The Almighty, the Almighty, the Almighty, the Almighty, the Almighty, the Almighty, the Almighty. All these bangs. Nah, I'm kidding. This is the son of the Almighty, and I mean the Almighty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. The one, the only, you are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way. The one and only Almighty, All Might from My Hero Academia, the almighty secret Krabby Fatty recipe, the one, the only. There's 99.9% chance my brain fart ended. So this is the demigod son of the almighty Hard Boiled. Now he favors for the try-hard, and throughout his father's realms, he also stops the almighty rebellion. The symbol on his face is actually a sign for the gladiator school, which he runs. If he captures any immigrants, I was about to be extremely offensive there. If he captures any of the rebellion in an act, he can legally, in any of the realms that his father controls, he can legally take them to a gladiation ring that he runs and have one of the strongest children in their school absolutely beat the ever-living crap out of the rebel. And now I'm going to continue my speed run to the strongest out of the three demigods. Face. Now this is the demigod child of Premium. Now she believes that there can be peace within all the realms, that they can be united into one alongside the rebellion, so we can live in one happy life. But she is kind of a germphobe, and if she sees a ant crawling on the floor of her house, she's going to let it rip with this egg kid that she has, which is also a limited edition skin that I have on it. Coincidentally, no, it's great. I'm putting the default style on. She doesn't deserve that. There we go. And it wasn't because she was a woman. It's because she was a woman. Now, before you get all heated about this, I know literally everyone's going to agree with me. Now, when the rebellion came into play, they almost instantly, when they figured out that there was, travelers from another dimension, they instantly tried teaming up with them, since he thought that they most likely had the power to open portals at will, meaning that they probably could get some power against the government of, the gods of the three realms. Now, the traitor from the other dimension had finally found a way to open portals into his dimension, but he didn't want to go back. He wanted to dominate the dimension he had been placed in. So, he's been sending in minions from his dimension and into, but when he finally got the information, he declared all-out war against the rebellion, leading to the first war in the entirety of the lore, the War on Outer Reach. Now, before we get any farther into this, I just want to show you what our Outer Reach looks like. So basically, a war between a total of 10 billion eggs was fought on this tiny little map. There are two castles, or miniature castles, I would say. And the battle played out exactly like this. And I'm going to be representing it with just me because obviously I'm lonely. Okay, so I'm going to be telling this from both sides of the story. So first of all, I'm going to go from the rebellion side of the story. So the rebellion and Sergeant Salutasuna Badoba Shadow arms his gun, and as he leads his men into battle, they go around on the front side of their base when they spot an enemy patrol. They rain hell on Stack Platoon as they advance to their castle, the enemy castle. But on the way there, they find the Zaza mystery mushroom and decide, you know what, we need to shoot this with our handguns and eat tiny chunks of it. So that's exactly what they did. So they shot at it with their handguns and munched the crap out of the Zaza. And then they felt like the almighty magical mushroom wizard man. And went in guns blazing, tripping balls. They saw two guards and opened fire, but then got scared for literally no reason, ran out, stood on top of a bush, and took out the snipers. Then the magical mushroomness wore off, and they continued to travel to the top, killing the rest, and so the guards. But then, when the highness of the almightiness had wore off, they found a grenade, which coincidentally, their highness was not over yet because when they threw it, it was a goddamn basketball. Killing multiple of the enemy eggs and some of their own actually, which was an egg crime, and which would lock them up in an egg crate. But anyways, the battle continued. From behind enemy lines, they were popping them left and right. But men started falling as men started respawning. When the fire stopped, 3 platoons on each side were left. Platoon in the rebellion that were left were the almighty ball scratchers, the cracked, and the Justins. Now the Justins camped outside, and while the other 2 platoons explored the inside of the castle, which they didn't know would take them underground. So that's exactly what they did. But they couldn't open the door, so they pulled out their pistols and entered the castle. And now I will show you guys it from the perspective of the other ones, of the other dimension ones. I don't know what to call them. I don't remember what they're called in the lore, and I don't know what to call them. So if I can't figure it out, I'll just call them something completely random. So they start off in their castle, alright, and they go to get loot from their barracks, which was not that far. So Reginald, the sergeant of their squad, takes out a sniper from their castle with his rocket launcher. He loads back up just in case and opens up the barracks so his men can get their guns. Now, while they're not looking, an enemy platoon goes by. Doesn't see them loading up in the barracks. And new snipers have just got deployed. So they're going to have to be sneaky in going up. So that's exactly what they do. They sneak up on the castle. And, well, he loads little chunks, just one by one, until there's only half a platoon left. Now, they're not going to think anymore. There are so many goddamn gunshots coming from, everywhere. They're not going to flank like this. So they draw all their heavy-duty weaponry and, rain hell. 2 guards with shotguns the upper area, and there's basically no more castle. So, yeah. They load up, lead 2 up the stairs, and they get popped. It's leading the stair guard to get a 4 kill streak. But he's not going to get 5. So, the RPA kills him. There's a minimal on top, and he only has 1 rocket, so he rains fire with his totally not on Basilisk from Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, once the smoke clears, he sees some of the enemy eggs. Eggs going to their castle. So, without further ado, he decides to let himself into the enemy castle, since there is no one in their own castle to protect it. So he backs the hell up before launching a rocket. It doesn't open the door. Well, this sergeant knew he wasn't too high up in the ranks, especially of the god they worshipped, being from a totally other dimension, and he most likely won't be remembered. So he sacrifices himself to open the door. And it doesn't work, because the rocket shoots through the floor for some reason. So his sacrifice is worth nothing, but he remembers he has grenades. But he got a contact high off of the soldiers that were on Zaza, and his grenades are basketballs, and it killed him. So